Hello all and welcome to my next video. So spinning right out of the last video, which was another mailbag type of video, we are going to just go right into that Caliban, finish him off and call it good. So it shouldn't be too long of a video. Caliban is an interesting character. At one point he was a Horseman of Apocalypse. At another point he was with X-Force. He's had a lot of different looks and changes in his appearance throughout history. Sometimes he's like this one, he's a big, monstrous kind of hulking character. Other times he's like a frail, frivoled kind of smaller guy, kind of like we saw in Logan. He's an interesting character. There's a lot of different types of him, different kinds of ways he's looked over the years, so this is more of a 90s kind of big Caliban. I think this is around the time of him being a Horseman of Apocalypse and X-Force. I don't think it's quite accurate to either of those. I could be wrong. I know it's not quite accurate to X-Force, I don't think, but either way. There we go. We're going to get right into him. He was the Build-A-Figure for the wave that had Forge and Jubilee, Skullbuster, all those characters. I got, I think, most of the figures in that set except for Jubilee and Skullbuster. Because those were the two that were in the mailbag, so those were the two then I know I never got. Not a big Jubilee fan, and I don't really know anything about Skullbuster, so it wasn't going to be something I got. So we got our torso. Like I said, in person it's more of a silver. This part it's maroon and like a silver. But on camera it looks more just out like totally white. So we'll start with the legs. Same thing here. They're kind of like a marbled, almost like the legs actually are more of a different color than the torso, if you can tell. The torso is more silvery. This is almost more like a creamy kind of white. But we're going to start with the legs. Looks like, what's this, the left leg? Ooh. That, for a moment, did not want to go on there. Okay, we got it. But for a moment, that did not want to go on. Okay. We'll go and do the other leg. So. Oh, wow. I am struggling with this one. Apologies. There we go. Kinda, sorta, no, maybe. Okay. These legs, for whatever reason, were a pain in the ass to get on. This one eventually did go on. This one, there's a little bit of a gapping in it. This is kind of the first time I've had that issue with the Build-A-Figure. Out of the ones I've done on the channel or not. Might have to heat that up and get it in there, but that sucked. That leg did not want to be there. So there we go. I guess we'll go for the arms. Right arm. There you go. It's got a nice click to it. That was easy. Left arm. The same thing, nice click to it. And last part, we got the head. Excuse me. All right. And there we have our Caliban. So, I have a couple of issues with this, beyond just how stubborn this leg was. This is something that you have to be... I've noticed it before. I've never had this as an issue. But now I can understand why some people do have an issue with it. And that's just, if you kind of look at them, you can see the differences in, like, the white and silver parts. Like, his arms and his chest match pretty well, but his legs actually kind of don't. They're more like a creamy white. I don't know if that's by design, or what, but it looks weird. Also, another thing, again, this isn't an issue I've had with any Build-A-Figures, but I've heard people come... Oh, my dog is barking. Hold on. There she goes. She's running out. She jumps up here, and then she hates jumping down, so she'll just bark and let you know. Anyways. But I've noticed this with a lot of older Build-A-Figures, especially. Kind of like him. He's a couple years old now at this point, I think. But there is a difference in the maroon on the legs and the maroon on the torso and arms. It's definitely different. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but in person, it's definitely different. I'm wondering if that's because the torso is more of a plastic, and these are like that real hard rubbery plastic, so the color comes out different. Beyond that, though, I mean, he's Caliban. That's about what I can say. It's not a figure I was particularly going after, but I had so many of the pieces. Basically what I did was I went through a lot of my collection and I just gathered all the random Build-A-Figure pieces I had to see, like, how many of them I was close to finishing and how many of them I just never did. Most of them, I just have one or two pieces because I don't get everything in every line. So, you know, I just put them... And if it's not a Build-A-Figure I care about, I just throw them into a bag. Caliban was one that I was just missing a couple of pieces. So I just went ahead and I found them on eBay for really cheap. Like, I think I got total both of them for like under 15 bucks. And yeah, I just figured I'll finish it. Even if I don't end up keeping it, he's a Build-A-Figure I can put on sale and make a profit off of because, I mean, it's just, you know, it is what it is, you know. But there he is. He's got all the same articulation. He's got the bicep swivel, thigh swivel. This leg I'm a little weary of just because it doesn't seem like it really fit in all the way. But it'll work out, I guess. Yeah, but there's Caliban. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with all of Caliban beyond just his time as like one of Apocalypse's horsemen, and then a little bit of his time in X-Force. Beyond that, not too familiar with him. But yep, there we go. Caliban Build-A-Figure. Nothing really to write home about. I just finished it because I was so close to having it anyway. Out of all the ones I've done, easily my least favorite one is this one. Again, not a character I really care about. Just finished it. Is what it is. But thank you, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.